Alright, normally I don't get on camera, but I'm doing this also for my security. But some of you do know that my mom passed away October 15th, but we've had issues trying to, just gather up her belongings from her house. Her boyfriend of 20 plus years got her home he was the grantor, she was the granny. She granted him a warranty deed of her house when she passed away. He got a small insurance settlement. He's retired. He doesn't want for anything. He got my mom's house, the whole thing. So, he's been torturing all the siblings by not letting them get any of their mom's stuff. And on top of it, I actually have stuff in the house that is neither one of theirs. And I want my stuff. A man treated me like his son whenever I was a real small kid, more than my dad did at some points, and gave me a cedar table that this guy puts his stinking ass feet on every day when he goes home. But I'm running this video really in security of, for him and for me, because this was my mom. There's no telling what I could do to this guy. I probably could choke him. As far as I'm concerned, it wouldn't bother me a bit. So, waiting for him to come out of this building. I just pulled over here because I noticed the car here, and this was my mother's car. That, of course, he's Indian giver. He gets everything back. Bought my mom a Formula, it's a Formula Firebird. I don't know if it's the Formula, but it is a Firebird, like a 2000 something model. And of course, he gets everything. He got all that stuff back. I mean, in turn, we don't want, as the siblings being tortured, we don't want anything that he bought for her. We want what's rightfully ours, like the jewelry that's my mother's, and it should go to my sister and her kids. And then, as far as it goes, her clothes have nothing to do with this dude. And I just want to know what does he feel like he's doing in this whole situation, and what is he accomplishing. But how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. How you?
I'm pretty good, man.
Huh?
No, I'm pretty good. I stopped over here, man, because I seen the car and I was like, what the hell? How you been?
All right.
So I mean, my question really is like, and the whole thing is, and whatever is like, truly, what do you feel like you're accomplishing in this whole situation by like hoarding all the mom's stuff? And like, there's stuff in there that belong to us that don't belong to you, and things that,
like what?
Like, to be honest with you, the table that you put your feet on every day has nothing to do with you. That is nothing you guys gather together. Look, man, I don't want any shit with you. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any of my mom's items, but I do want something that's rightfully mine. And one thing in that house that, just like I said, whenever my mom was sitting, I was sitting in the chair and both of you guys were sitting on the couch, and I said, look, Mom, the baby gets the house. I'm not trying to block you about anything, but I said, Mom, the baby gets the house. And she said, bullshit, GJ, Gary's getting the house. Y'all ain't getting my shit, whatever. All right, I understand that. Y'all were together for 20 plus years. But, like I said, I told her right then, that table you guys put your feet on is my table. That was Harley Long's table that was left to me. That cedar table in front of the couch. All the rest of that shit you can have, man. You can have the house. You can have all the cars back. You bought it, all the jewelry. But as far as I'm concerned, is like what really belongs to us as kids is like my mother's jewelry that you didn't buy her, the mother's ring, the stuff that needs to go to my sister that's going to be passed down to her kids.
What mother's ring you talking?
Look, all of us kids pitched in on a mother's ring. She had one to begin with that didn't have my stone on it, but then all of us pitched in to get her the one that has my stone on it also. So there are those rings, not just that. She had a couple necklaces and just a couple little bullshit bracelets that were hers, and like that's why I'm like so confused. And I understand, and I know you deserve the house because you were with her for so long. But my situation is like, look, I figured you should be happy. You bought like 3 or 4 cars for her. You get all of that because she didn't want to put it in her name. So, it's kind of like ending and giver situation. Nobody wants anything that you bought her, brother. We just, like, it's like this. Mom has dressers and stuff that she's had before you, and that were there when I was there. I mean, you came into my life when I was 14 years old. Look, we didn't get along. It's fine. I forgive you for anything you've done, but I've told you in the last 10 years that I loved you. I never really been that close to you, ever, because to be honest with you, man, now my mom's gone, you took my best friend from me, dude. Look, me and my mom hung out. Look, I understand that she needed somebody, but when I was 4 years old, my dad left, brother. Right? All right? Well, then you came into my life at 14, so the 10 years... No. No, she wanted to be with you. And that's why I said I gave in to that. Because y'all were the ones that had to spend time together. She wanted you to be there for her whenever us kids left. Right? But imagine this, man. In between all the... So when my dad left at 4, my brothers and sisters are in and out, maybe staying on the couch here and there, right? And then they go on about their lives. Well, just imagine 10 years of that being my best friend. And we doing everything together from Marine Land after school, you know, like we go on trips with the school. She was a chaperone. We go to Marine Land. She's like, GJ, we're going to stay at the beach for the weekend. We spent so much personal time together, Gary, that I gave up, buddy. And then when it comes down to it in the end, I couldn't even ask. When I asked her on Mother's Day, Mom, can I just take you to Red Lobster? Well, I'm not going without Gary. I'm like, look, it's nothing against Gary. I know. I understand that, but I'm just saying, do you understand how hurt I was? I mean, that'd be almost like, you know, she would have been with my father, and I was like, look, it's Mother's Day, and I want to go to Red Lobster, but I want to spend time with you, Mom. She would not have done that. Like, she would have spent time with me, because she loved me, brother. She fucking loved me, man, and that's what aggravates me the most. Is it was like she was gonna, like you were gonna be missing out on a fucking dinner, and not just that. Whenever we go, I would have to pay for you. I would have to pay for you, and that's ridiculous. You're not my father. But I did. Anytime I took y'all to Red Lobster like twice. I could never even spend a lunchtime at Country Kitchen with my mom because she's scared to leave you behind. And I don't understand, like, what was going on behind closed doors that she wouldn't do that. Did she really, truly feel like she couldn't even go to lunch with me because of you? Like, what was the deal? Like, you knew her better than me after the 10 years I spent personally with her. You spent 20 years. So my question is, like, what's your take on it? And how would you feel if your mother wouldn't even go to lunch with you and spend 30 minutes with you eating dinner?
What am I supposed to do?
No, I'm asking you a question. Like, why?
I don't know.
How would you feel?
I don't know. If you did it, go.
No, I'm asking you, but if it was your mother and you said, look, it's Mother's Day, babe, I want to spend time with you just for Mother's Day, an hour lunch, or an hour dinner, like, how would you feel if your mom wouldn't do that for you?
Go out to dinner together.
Yes, because she would not do it alone, Gary.
No, my parents and I, and my sisters and all of that.
So this is the bullshit I have to deal with. It's just going to drive away. Like, what's life for, man? Like, what is life for when it's like that? Like, I don't understand. I'm supposed to be the bigger man. I'm supposed to, you know, and I feel like I should, and I actually have been. I just do not understand how someone can live like that and treat their siblings like that after he got everything that she owned, man. Look, I mean, he's still sitting there waiting to roll out. But I'm just saying, man, I hope he really thinks about all of that. I hope. And karma's a bitch, man, you know? And he believes in Jesus or whatever, but all that shit will come to a grind, man. It's all going to come to a halt. And it's not going to have anything to do with me. It's going to have to do with karma. God bless him.